Hey, what's up guys? I'm Shane from the Hobby Homies podcast. Today, I'm going to show you how to build your crew for 5 Parsecs From Home. Five Parsecs From Home is a solo adventure wargaming experience created by Ivan Sorensen and published by Mephidius Entertainment. You take control of a small crew, where each member has their own story and their own ambition. Set in fringe space, a few jumps away from the core worlds, here you'll find starports full of scum and villainy, battlegrounds for warlords, and where pirates prey on humble merchants. There are opportunities to make credits everywhere you look. Will you battle pirates, take the bounty on a local warlord, or does piracy call to you? You've got your ship and a loyal crew, the rest of the story is waiting to be written. Character creation. Your characters have 5 main ability scores. Each of these predetermined by their race, whether they be human, alien, or bot. They can all be leveled up by spending experience points, or in the case for bots, by buying upgrades. Reactions. Reactions is used to determine when a character can act during the battle. The higher the reaction skill, the faster they draw their weapon or dart into cover. Speed. Speed is how fast you can move on the tabletop. This is measured in inches. Combat skill. Combat skill is added to all attack dice rolls, meaning the higher your skill, the better your aim. Toughness. Toughness is the number the enemy dice roll has to exceed to damage you. Savvy. Savvy covers technical aptitude, wits, and a bit of charm. This skill is usually used away from the battlefield. There are 4 methods you can use to create your crew, all of which are provided in the rulebook on page 13. The first method is the first timer method. As the name suggests, this is a great way for beginners. You start your crew with 6 human characters. The second method is the standard method. You will receive 6 characters in total. 3 will always be human, 2 may be human or alien, depending on your choice, and 1 may be human or bot. If you decide to have a reduced crew, you may still take 2 primary aliens and 1 bot. The third is the miniatures method. Select up to 6 miniatures from your collection and assign their crew type to best match your miniatures. They will be human, bot, or primary alien in any configuration you like. You will still roll on their background details as normal. The last method is the method we'll be doing today, the random method. We'll start with 6 crew members and roll for each of them on the crew type tables. Okay, so guys, for this we'll need 2 stock standard D6s and 1 D10, which will roll twice, the first roll representing the 10s and the second representing the 1s. A 0-0 result is 100. You can also speed this up by rolling 2 different D10s and assigning the colour to the 10s or to the 1s before rolling. We'll be using pages 14 through 27 from the rulebook for now. Step 1. Here we'll start with our first character. The first roll will be for our crew's race. Depending on our roll here, we'll need to roll further to determine what alien they are or where they fall on the strange character table. Step 2. Write down your results along with the character's stat profile and any special rules that apply to them. If you rolled a bot, that's it, you're done. Go to step 4. Step 3. If you've rolled a human or primary alien, you now need to roll once each on the background, motivation, and class tables. Apply any bonus modifiers to your stat line, and note down any additional resources that you've gained. If the character is from the strange characters table, check that specific entry and see if these rolls are modified in any way. Rolls on these tables are to add flavour to your characters. It gives a sense of who they are and where they came from, and if they've brought anything along with them. You'll find some of these tables will give you things like patrons and rivals. Just note them down and we'll get into that later. Step 4. You can now name your character and allocate them a miniature that you'd like to use. Repeat these steps for all your characters, and once you're done, you can select one to be your leader. Alright guys, now let's do a roll through. First we'll take our D10 and we'll roll it twice. The first roll being the 10s, which is a 6. 67. That gives us our first character as a primary alien. I'm going to mark down on this sheet here that I've got thanks to Scott Kirby in the 5 Parsecs From Home Facebook group. So shout out to you, Scott. Nice clean sheet that you've put together here. You get one in the rulebook, which can be a little bit busy, I think, just at a glance. It's got plenty of information for everything on there though, plenty of spots to write everything down. But the one that Scott's made is just real nice, clean, simple, easy for something like this. When you start allocating weapons and stuff, maybe use the other sheet, but for the creation, I'm more than happy to use this sheet. So we've rolled a primary alien. So now we roll again on the table below. We have a 2 and a 6, 26. We have a Ke'erin, if we pronounce that correctly, Ke'erin. Now that we've rolled up our race, let's roll up for our background. So, again, taking our D10, which we roll twice for a D100, we have a 3 and a 2. So 32. So that puts us in as a drifter. So our Ke'erin, his background, he's been a drifter. He's floated around from different spaceports and different planets. Now we roll on the motivation table. 4, 8, 48. Technology. So his motivation is technology. He gains a +1 savvy and a +1 gadget. So that's pretty cool. And lastly, we'll roll for his class. We roll a 6 and a 5, 65. His class is a Scoundrel. He gains +1 speed. So guys, that is the basic rolls to create a character. I am going to roll up the rest of the characters and then we'll come back and finish it off. Cheers. Hey, what's up guys? It's Shane here coming in mid-edit. I'd just like to thank you all for watching, for listening, and I hope you're enjoying this new format for us. We haven't really created any content quite like this before, sort of, a how-to kind of thing. I'd like to cover more in the future, more along the 5 Parsec stuff as well. Things like rolling up rivals and patrons in the pre and post battle round stuff would be great too, and probably cover a few things that I guess I sort of just brushed over a little bit in this video. It's been a task, not gonna lie, but it's been incredibly fun putting this together. So I hope you're all enjoying it, and a massive shout out and welcome to our new 5 Parsecs homies. If you haven't already, check out our Discord server. It is incredibly active and such a friendly place too. You can find links for that on hobbyhomies.com. So thanks for watching, and if you're enjoying it, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. So thanks again guys, and we'll get back into the video. Cheers. Alright, so that was our rolls. You can get quite lucky. We managed to roll up 4 extra gears and 4 D6 credits, so that's pretty big. Well, it could be big. Not so much weapons, but I'm pretty happy with that. So now we'll start rolling up the weapons, the gear, the gadgets that our crew will be starting with. You'll need pages 28 to 32 from the rulebook. You can assign these weapons and gear however you like, although there are some limitations. One character can only take 2 weapons, plus a pistol or a blade. Some of these weapons may not be appealing, and you can decide to sell them before the battle rounds. Your crew receives the following equipment. You get 3 rolls on the military weapons table, but for each crew member with a bonus to savvy, you may choose to roll on the high-tech weapons table instead. 3 rolls on the low-tech weapons table, 1 roll on the gear table, and 1 roll on the gadget table. And 1 credit per crew member. and you'll also gain 1 credit per crew member you decide to recruit along the way. We'll also roll any bonus rolls that are provided by our characters' backgrounds, motivations, or class. The ship. This is the last piece of equipment for us. It's also the biggest and the most expensive, and without it, there's no adventures to be had. We roll once on the ship table, and we make do with what we get. We'll also determine how much debt we're in, and what special perks the ship has to offer. And we'll be able to purchase upgrades for the ship later on. Okay, so we roll a 3 and an 8. 38, we receive a retired scout ship. And our debt is 1d6 plus 20. 5. So we're in 25 credits of debt. The bonus for that ship, though, is it's fuel efficient. Flavour. The last table for us to roll on today is purely to add a bit of flavour to our crew. This will determine how everyone met and what they're best characterised as. 84. We met through mutual protection in a hostile universe. I like that. And we are best characterised as 77. In for the credits. Mutual protection in a hostile universe, and we're in for the credits. Yeah. Well, that pretty much sums up our crew. I hope that you managed to roll through your crew with me, or, you know, I'll post this and feel free to use it if you like. I'd love to know what our crew get up to. If you're new to the channel, feel free to check out our Parsecs campaign. We just recorded round 3, myself and Fox, talking about our missions, what kind of adventures we're getting up to, which we are hoping to do so frequently, and hopefully more content like this. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got your crew created, or you can use the one we've created here today. And I'm keen to hear about what kind of adventures you get up to in this universe, this crazy universe. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.